It's the day after Christmas, and we are finally done with the event, so we're going to finish that up, and then just time for a normal, old-fashioned grind session to try to get some experience and work toward 51. I'm Professor Vocus, and this is Harry Potter Wizard Unite.
Hello, Professor. I didn't see you there.
All right, so let's head over to special assignments. You can see I did finish everything. So over the last 2 days, I've definitely just picked away at it. The brewing 10 potions obviously happened. The brilliant foundables, literally around my house, a little bit more shopping, and then Christmas Day, visiting people. I just opened up the game. Definitely cracked away at those 45s. Extimulos, I use those in the Wizarding Challenges pretty quick. Highest chamber, obviously, and the 25 spellcasts easily. So let's go ahead and finish up this event. That snowdrop's going to be useful. Nice, that potent extimulo. We'll talk about that in just a second. There we go. Spell books, awesome. Silver key, and 10 spell energy. Cool. And then at the end here, we are getting those fragments for the two, for the Grey Lady and Nearly Headless, even though I don't need them. And then really the other big thing is 5 Defense Against Dark Arts books. Although not as big anymore with adversaries potentially around. Okay, back out. So let me just talk about, look at all the stuff around me, awesome. Nice, and I'm almost back up to full energy after getting that little energy boost. So let me show you in potions real quick, just what I've been working on and why. There's an extimulo, but then you can see I have a potent extimulo there. And then I have another potent extimulo brewing. And I may, what do I need for the other potent? I think I just need, a little more snowdrop and some bitterroot, which I'll be looking for. So there is, and I'll put a guide out tomorrow for this, there is the next event, the 12 Days of Christmas coming up. In addition to a bunch of other stuff we have to do, we have to use 11 potent extimulo potions. I'm still actually debating whether I'm going to actively try to use 11 or just use them on adversaries, hopefully harder adversaries if I can find them throughout the 12 days. And if I happen to use 11, great. But I just wanted to make sure I had 11, which you can see right now. What am I at for potents? I have 9. I have 1 brewing now, and I hope to get enough ingredients. So I have that 11, and I just won't use them until the event actually starts. A guide will be coming out about that tomorrow. But for today, since I'm done with that event, I'm down here at South Point, again, because it's close to freezing. It's a little above freezing right now, and it's just getting colder. So it's an indoor-outdoor mall, which means I can do a little bit outdoors, and then I can go inside and certainly warm up bathrooms and stuff like that. And I also might eat lunch in there, too. They have some good ramen in there I like. Anyway, let's get walking around and just grinding out some stuff, because if you look, I'm at 363,000 experience at a 750. Don't think I'm going to level up today or anything, but I would like to put a dent in that by hitting a Brufios and just going around. Mainly grinding, but I would hit some adversaries if necessary, and maybe even use some potents today. I have enough time to brew more. Let's get going. As you can see, I am back home. Did manage to get through that whole Brufios, grinding most of the time. I actually did fight that adversary, which was the Ukrainian Iron Belly. It was the only thing I saw, which during the Brilliant event, again, I don't expect as many adversaries. Now, when it ends, I'm hoping that the adversaries are more prevalent, especially when we're not in the middle of an event where we need spawns of some kind. Over at Potions, I do have 2 potents brewing right now. I was able to get the ingredients to get those 2 going at least. I used 1 potent during the Ukrainian Iron Belly, who didn't give me too much trouble, actually. Although I will say I did use 2 healing potions. That was probably the kicker. I usually would only use 1 because I used it. I got knocked down, I used it, and then he hit me 4 times in a row. So I used it, he hit me 4 times in a row, and then I had to use another one right away because, of course, that knocked me down enough. I expect that, again, to change when I'm able to buy the dodge part of the adversarial tree, that combat tree, once that happens. I do have enough ingredients for wit sharpening. You know what? I am going to put that in right now. And actually, if you look down at Potent Stimulo, you can see I'm missing Bitterroot. It's not even the Snowdrop. I've got enough Snowdrop for one more at least, and then Remblood and then the Unicorn Hair for sure. It's actually Bitterroot, and I didn't see a lot, and I was hitting greenhouses and that kind of thing. Over here in the registry, and I believe I put it in the montage of things I was returning, but I did return a Voldemort's portrait, and you can see down there I'm 22 out of 22 on the silver page, ready to go to gold, essentially. So I can go ahead and place that image now. Let me do that. So on the Fallen Ministry Atrium, I still do have the Magic is Might and Tom Riddle Sr.'s gravestone a lot. I need a lot of fragments. So I'm pretty far away, which means I'm probably going to get more Voldemort fragments and build back up. Percival Graves, you can see I'm 13 out of 13. I just hold on to those, essentially, just in case I don't see any of him. I'll carry them over. If I did manage to see one of him, I would actually usually back out, place his image, and then go return him. Or potentially Trace Charm and then really gain. During the montage, you might have noticed some Fred Weasley's. I did Trace Charm him. That's why I got what I got. I was actually Trace Charmed him, able to get the last 2 fragments I needed, and then place his image. And then after placing his image, there were actually there was another one that spawned, and then the clone of him. One of the 2 actually departed on me, and then the other one actually was able to return, so that was good. Also in that montage, you probably saw the Peruvian Viper Tooth, but I'm still just 3 out of 5, and I've already green starred that from the Dragon event anyway. It was the eggs that slowed me down. So anyway, that was surprising to see him. I haven't seen another dragon outside of the adversaries in a little while. And then a couple other decent odds and ends spawns while I was on the Barufios. So I ended up, what am I at now? 390? I'm not even sure how much I gained. I could have gained more for sure. I definitely wasn't returning foundables as fast as I normally would on a Barufios. But I was using the camera some of that time, so that does eat up a little bit of my time that takes away from returning foundables. It did allow me to show you the ice forming on that one fountain area there with the girl with the umbrella. Just to show you that it has been dropping below freezing at night, and then it kind of warms up during the day some. So I am kind of doing a mixture of indoor-outdoor play. Last thing to show you for this episode is just my training tree. If you look up at the top, you can see I have 25 of the spell books, the red books. And the first node that gives me 7% dodge, which would be at least a start on taking less damage, that actually takes 30. And I have enough restricted section books as well, and scrolls, of course. Which means just 5 more, which really just means 3 more rank ups at challenges, because each rank up's going to give me 2, so it'll give me this, 6 that I needed. So if I run some fortresses, especially if I run Dark 5s a little bit more, that would be useful. That is going to do it for this episode. As I said, the 12 days of Christmas events coming up. I will be putting a video out tomorrow just going over what the 12 tasks are and just my thoughts on which ones I feel like are worthwhile doing, are going to be easy enough to do, or any tips on how to maybe do it a little more efficiently or faster. As always, thank you guys for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Nox.